Welcome back. In this session, we will discuss some classification of systems and its properties. And we are going to discuss about various properties like linearity. One by one we will discuss. What is a linearity? In case if I give an input to a system, what is the input? X of t. And what is the output I am expecting? Y of t. So there is a system. Now, instead of drawing like this with the system character, I can also write like this. Input is x of t, output is y of t. If I change the amplitude, right now the amplitude is 1, here also 1. If it is 3, here also if it is 3. Ax1 of t, it's a new signal. Okay, I gave x1. If the output is ay1 of t, which means amplitude doesn't change. Scalability. If it is bx2 of t, and the same you get by2 of t, even here also doesn't change. Under the situation, if a system is said to be linear, it should obey this particular amplitude scalability. Also, it should also obey addition of two signals bx2 of t must give ay1 of t plus by2 of t. If a system satisfies this property, we call it as homogeneity and additivity. In general, we call it as superposition theorem. If a system is satisfying this particular property, then such systems are called linear system. Let us do another work. Time invariance. Variance means changing. Invariance means not changing. So what is that not changing? Time is not changing. There is a input, there is output. In case if input is delayed by a factor or advanced by a factor, then output also have the same delay, then it is time not changing. Time is the same. Time is invariance. In case if you have some other value, then it is called a time variant system. Right now it is time invariant system. Next property what we have to discuss is memory. What is that memory? If a system is said to be memory, as an electrical and electronics engineer, what we should say? A capacitor is a memory device. A inductor is a memory device. It stores charge and it stores in terms of electric field, and the inductor stores in terms of magnetic field. But you should also know, if a capacitor or inductor, it is not a delaying device. Yes, it lacks voltage and lacks current. So based on that fundamental concept, if a system can delay, if a system can advance, then it is called memory. If there is no delay or if there is no advance, then it is called memoryless, which means if output depends on, let me give you, if output, I can have discrete also, continuous also, it's left to you. If I have output, it depends on input only now. There is an output, it depends on input, past input. There is an output, it depends on present input and future input. So recall, what is the general? Present, past, n minus 1, n minus 2, past, n plus 1, n plus 5 is future. Now come on, output depends on present, output depends on past, output depends on present and future. Anything you can have. Y of n is equal to, amplitude can be anything, let us not bother. X of n minus 2 plus 3 x of n plus 5 or minus 5 x of n plus 3, doesn't matter. Now can you comment? Your output depends on past, present and future. Now let us give a conclusion. If output depends only on present, then it is memoryless system. If you have either past or future, then it is memory. Your output depends on past. Past came, memory. Output depends on future, memory. Sir, present is there, that doesn't matter. The system is having caliber to do the future advanced work, then it is a memory. Any one is enough, either past or future. If there is a present, don't bother about that. Output depends on past also there, memory, future also there, memory. So, answer is memory. Now, what is a memory system? What is a memory system? If a system's output depends on either past or future input, then it is called a memory system. What is a memoryless system? If an output depends on only present value, then it is a memoryless system. Now let us see the next. Causal. Used to say causality. Causal. Same definition. What is causality? Practically possible. What is non-causal? Practically impossible. It's a simple definition. Can you guess? Present, past, future. The moment I use the word future, can you predict future? No. Practically possible? No. Then who is he? Non-causal. Not possible. Who is he? Causal. Simple definition. If output depends on future, non-causal. If there is a present or past term, it is a causal. Now come. Only present. Causal. Do you have any future term? No. Causal. Do you have any future term? Yes. Then it is non-causal. If you have any future term, one term is enough. It's not possible to do practically. Then it will become non-causal. So this is the way we define causality. Okay. Now with this, we can go for one more definition. Stability. Stability. And one more we have to do. Invertibility. What is stability? Let me give input a finite value. Bounded value. Finite value. If output is also finite value, it is stable. If output is infinite value, it is unstable. That's it. Now what is stability? Bounded input. If it gives bounded output, then it is stable. If output is, in a simple word, if output is finite, stable. If output is infinite, unstable. Next, what about invertibility? Is it possible to recover input from the output? For example, there is a system. Input is x of t, output is y of t. Can you have one more system where you can get back x of t? If you can do, then this is called a system. This is called inverse system. This concept is called invertibility. What is invertibility? If we can recover input from the output. Okay. Let us do some problems to check whether the given system function is linear, time invariant, memory, causal, stable and invertible is there. Now they have given always input is x of n, output is y of n. Now it is discrete, so I made it as n. If it is continuous, it will be same work, but it is t. There is no change in the concept. Input is x of n. What is the output? The given problem is the output. 2x of n plus 5. Now let us check for linearity. A x1 of n, tell me the output. B x2 of n, tell me the output. The amplitude 1 become 1 into 2. Now what has happened? The amplitude is a x1 of n into 2 plus 5 as per the fact. Now this is the input. Come on, bring the same input. What is happening here? Same input. Whatever is given, same input. Multiply by 2 plus 5 in this problem. Multiply by 2 plus 5. That's all. What is now you have to do? Add the output. If you add 2ax1 of n plus 2bx2 of n plus 5 plus 5, 10. This is the combined output. Let us say equation number 1. Now, the next step is add the input. What is adding the input? ax1 of n plus bx2 of n. If you give, what should be the result? The same signal will come. Recall, the same signal will come. Multiply by 2 plus 5. The same signal will come. ax1 of n plus bx2 of n. Come on, multiply by 2 plus 5. Now, if you want, you can multiply inside. 2ax1 of n plus 2bx2 of n plus 5. 2 is only here. Now, let us say it is equation number 2. Now, give me one conclusion. Is it 1 is equal to 2? No. So, it is non-linear. In case if both are same, then it is linear. Now, let me check for time invariance. Let us try to delay the input. Where and all input, just delay. I do have an input here, just delay. Make it as equation. Next, change where and all n, make it as n minus n naught. In case if it is continuous, t become t minus t naught. In this signal, comma, n replaced by this term, n replaced by the same term. Now give me the conclusion. Is it 1 is equal to 2? Yes. Then it is time, both are same, not changing. Time invariance. In case if you get not equal to, then it is time variance. Only in linear and time invariance, we do have some calculations, some procedures. Remaining all directly by carefully analyzing the signal, we can see. In the output, are you having input? Yes. Is it that input is present, past or future? Present. Only present. Then it is memoryless. In the output, are you having input? Yes. Is it a future? No. If it is future, non-causal. It is present. So it is causal. Next. What is the input? Let us assume some number you assume 10. Is it output will become finite or infinite? Any number you give, multiply by 2, add 5. Come on. Multiply by 2, 20. Add 5, it will be 25. Bounded input, bounded output. So answer is stable. Directly we can do. There is no more calculations there. Invertible. I can take one more system where I can subtract 5, which will become 2x of n, and divided by 2 will become x of n. So possible. So what is the answer? It is invertible. So we can just analyze by just seeing this particular signal itself. Let us do one more problem in continuous. Always input is x of t, output is y of t. Input is x of t. What is the output given problem? T square into x of t minus 1. Now, what is our linearity? Two steps we have to do. A x1 of t, tell the output. B x2 of t, tell the output. A x1 of t plus b x2 of t, tell the output. Don't forget the procedure. Learn the concept. The same signal, number 1, delay the time. Number 2, result multiplied by t square. The same signal, number 1, delay the time, next multiply by t square. The same signal, come on, delay the time, multiply by t square. Delay the time, multiply by t square. The same signal, carefully, ax1 of t minus 1 plus bx2 of t minus 1. I told you, delay the time, multiply by t square. Now, add the output. Come on, add t square ax1 of t minus 1, t square bx2 of t minus 1. This is equation number 1. Come on, what about here? Put t square inside. T square ax1 of t minus 1, t square bx2 of t minus 1. Equation number 2. Give me the conclusion. Is it 1 is equal to 2? Yes. So answer is linear. That's all. Now let us do time invariance. Slightly critical issue. What is our step 1? Delay the input. What is our step 2? Change t as t minus t naught. Carefully with my procedure. Can I see input? Yes sir. Delay. Can I see the input? Yes sir. Delay. Yes, there is an input. Delete. There is a input. Delete. This is equation. Carefully analyze. Change where and all t in this equation, where and all t, make it as t minus t naught. Remove and replace. There is no input, output and all. T become, come on, remove and replace. Remove and replace. Is it 1 is equal to 2? No sir, not equal to. Then this is time variant system. Make a note of this. Next, we have to analyze carefully, directly. In the output, I am having input, yes sir. That input is present, past, future. Past. If there is only present, memory less. Past or future is there, then it is memory system. In the output, is there is input? Yes. Is it future? No. Then it is causal. In case if I use t plus 1 in this problem, it is not causal. If I use a input, tell me some number, 20. Amplitude is 20. The amplitude is not delayed. Time is delayed. Amplitude remains same. Multiply by t square, which is a finite value. T can be assumed a value. Let us say t is 3. 3 square, 9 into 20, a finite value. Conclusion, finite input, finite output. Bounded input, bounded output. Answer is stable. Can I get back? Yes. You multiply by t square, you divide by t square. You delay it, you advance it. Come to signal system. You do right shift, you do left shift. That's all, So you can get back the signal. Now this is called invertible system. Like this, we can do many types of problem. I can keep on giving n number of problems like this. But only one thing is, if you can carefully understand the concept, it is nothing. With this, let us conclude this particular session. Thank you.